Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Watcher Run. On this channel, I put my recorded wins with some commentary and some general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. So today I take 6 max health for a rare relic and receive Pocket Watch. Whenever we play 3 or less cards on a turn, we will draw 3 extra cards the next turn. And I've spoken quite a bit about Pocket Watch in the past. It's an excellent relic, especially if you find it early on where you're very consistently able to play 3 or less cards without much drawback, really. And those options that Pocket Watch gives you is rather crazy. So moving along very quickly here, found a Sands of Time, which is pretty good. I don't mind it sitting in my hand as much if I have 8 cards in my hand, and if I'm playing Sands of Time on a turn, then I'm always basically drawing 3 cards next turn because it's unlikely I'll be playing more than 3 cards that turn. So a good damage card in general, and also goes pretty well with the Pocket Watch. I also need Cut Through Fates, and then we did find the upgrade to random cards for 20 current health events. I decided to take that, and I'm taking a very insane aggressive path here, taking the earliest super elite possible, as it's the only path that has 3 elites in Act 1 here, and I was feeling spicy during this run. Not interested in any of those cards. Sash Whip is a mediocre attack and not looking for other just skills. And wow, what a shop here. Card Remove versus Tantrum versus Rushdown. Normally I'd be clicking Rushdown here, but we're about to go into a super elite, and I think I still need some help with a card that actually does something right now. So I take that, as well as a skill pot. And we have max health sentries. Definitely the worst case scenario. I'm the master of ripping max health sentries against the Watcher. And drink a colorless potion and find the bomb. And that's pretty good against sentries, of course. Dealing 40 damage to everything. And so my plan is now completely changed. Just try to block as much as I can while playing 3 less cards for Pocket Watch, and hope that the bomb carries me. Even get to save my other potion. I was planning on using both, for sure. Now I can kill both of the outsiders here, and then the middle one will only have 10 health in just a moment. Overkilling that one by a casual 34 damage. No need to worry. And we got there. So 7 damage from super elite sentries on the back of the bomb. Very good. And we don't even have to have bomb in our deck. Thank God. And find a Wallop. I take that. A good card with Pocket Watch. Since it costs 2, very likely I'll be able to play that big meaty Wallop and then still keep up Pocket Watch. And look at this poor gremlin. Nah, but man. Boy, oh boy. 0 damage knob fight very easily, very comfortable. Find a war paint, more trash. Establishment's not doing a lot for me here. And key a Darkstone Periapt. Darkstone Periapt sucks. Not planning on adding any curses to my deck, and even if we do, the key is better than gaining 6 max health, probably. And I can upgrade Eruption still. The energy upgrade is just so good on Eruption. Could be wrong with the Tantrum in my deck already, but I stand by it. And Pocket Watch is going to make the opener for Lagavulin very smooth. That was actually a mistake, shouldn't have reshuffled there. I meant to just draw down to 0, but that's fine. And just going full YOLO here with the damage. I played it like that to keep up the Pocket Watch yet again. And I find a Cloak Clasp, didn't mention that, but Cloak Clasp very good with Pocket Watch. Cloak Clasp says whenever you end your turn, you gain 1 block for each card in your hand. And you'll see very handy here, will actually block for 8 here. A huge block there. And it allows me to take 0 damage against Laga, so Cloak Clasp a little bit mid usually. It's definitely like a fine relic, but on the Watcher you're just kind of killing everything so the block doesn't matter as much, and then there's like such powerful block solutions like Talk to the Hand and Mental Fortress. Pass on the Serpent, don't need that. Upgrade of Sands, it's just much better upgrade, it does 12 more when you're in Wrath, very huge. And not a lot here, just take a card move. There was a fairy in a bottle, considered that, but I already have 2 potions and it's like kind of crazy to hold on to that forever, potentially. Upgrade a Tantrum, and I already have 2 keys going into Slime Boss, that's pretty wacky. And yeah, Slime Boss, man. Like, as if this run needed any more help, we're also fighting the Slime Boss. And so, decision here, I can break the Pocket Watch to deal 18 more, or not. But yeah, definitely probably worth it here. It's, my next turn can be Sans, Miracle, Tantrum, and then that will keep up Pocket Watch as well for the turn after that. But it turns out it's just dead, so. Poor Slime Boss. And as is normal, not seeing Scrawl there, so just pass. Watcher rares when building the way I do are usually quite bad. And find an empty cage. Card moves are unusually good on the Watcher due to small deck being so good and possibility of infinite being so likely. And there's a 4 elite path. Gonna take that, very exciting. And I pass without playing any attacks. They wouldn't do any damage because it has armor anyway. And, of course, Cloak Clasp blocking for a bit more then. And again, I, like, sit here for a bit and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have Cloak Clasp again. So, Cloak Clasp is actually huge right now with this Pocket Watch. It's basically blocking for like 8 every turn, which is kind of wild. Make sure to play that first, but yeah, it's just dead. And Empty Mind versus Tranquility. I really want this Tranquility, or some way into Calm, because I have Tantrum in my deck and drawing 8 cards a turn. And Tantrum plus excellent against the birds. So a very awkward looking turn 1, but turns out I am full blocking and knocking out one of the birds. Tantrum is back, can use it again. And then this time I can go Tantrum Vigilance and full block by a lot. And now all 3 birds are knocked down. And they're actually also dead, so perfect birds fight, pretty strong. Don't need any of those. Already just took a Tranquility, definitely don't want too many of those. Even 1 is a little bit sus. And find a potion belt, obviously giving us more potion slots. We then find a blood vial, a little bit of sustain, 2 health whenever we enter a combat. And Horde Cleat, blocking for 14 on turn 2 of every fight. Very excellent relic, generally speaking. And while allowing us to stay in Wrath there, definitely want to look out for those times where you can stay in Wrath. It's pretty valuable starting your turn in Wrath, basically entering Wrath for 0 energy. A bunch of commons there, don't need those. And we take the 4 elite path. Slavers first up. Definitely using a potion here. Slavers is the kind of the nightmare. And Bowling Bash versus Ragnarok. Bowling Bash is much more reliable damage, but Ragnarok overall does a bit more. And I wanted to play Ragnarok a lot, so I took it, and then also used the skill pod here. And oof, the right slaver not getting attacked at all by Ragnarok there. So pretty awkward. So I just concede that turn and block for as much as I can. And now I'm getting entangled. So definitely going to be killing the left slaver here. Absolutely. No doubt about that. And then probably the right one as well. And then I'll be able to full block the middle's hit. And yeah, I have Pocket Watch up still, so just pass with the Cloak Clasp full blocking. So not too bad. Did use both potions, but that's okay. And find Wing Boots, allowing us to take paths that are not connected to the one we're currently on. Basically can go wherever we want on the map as long as it's next up. And fairy in a bottle. And that fairy in a bottle will be with us for the entire run and will not break. Just some nice insurance. And of course Potion Belt makes it a lot more reasonable to hold the fairy in a bottle, so that's very nice to find right after that. Here we are against the Stabbing Book. Here I play that Wallop, just weave it in there. Getting hit for 56. Wallop again. Tranquility. And I should have played, I was already full blocking because of Cloak Clasp, so I should have just played Eruption before leaving Wrath and then Tranquility. Would have done 18 more damage, so definitely a misplay there. And it's dead. Sands of Time is definitely cooking here. Find a Meat on the Bone. I don't think this Meat on the Bone heals me a single time. Actually. Didn't even know I had that till right now. And huge card over there, Scrawl versus Rushdown. Boy, that I want to click both. But I take the Rushdown. It's my first copy of Rushdown. Rushdown's really, really good. And then unfortunately finding a Bottle of Lightning immediately afterwards would have been great on the Scrawl, I'll tell you that. But click on Vigilant instead. It's fine. A nice card to play to set up for my big Pocket Watch turn after that. And then also found a question card. Card award screens will contain one additional option for the rest of the run. Definitely pretty good. Getting attacked for 48? That's pretty brutal. But I do have a Flex Pot, so I decided to just rip it here and kill Gremlin later. No thanks. Find a Strawberry, 7 max health. And a Duplication Potion. Excellent, excellent potion. Basically representing 52 damage with Sands of Time, or an additional copy of Rushdown. Huge potion, in fact. Could play Tantrum first, yep. I got there. Oh, and I even Wallop, so. Definitely recognizing a good opportunity to stay in Wrath there. And I do have Tranquility in my draw pile. I'm going to need to play that or else I'm taking a billion damage. So I draw for it. Play Rushdown for next turn and then Tranquility. Keep up the... Oh, nope. I do not keep up Pocket Watch. I decide against it. I might have been full blocking there. I don't know why I did that. Did not need to do that, I don't think. Yeah, definitely a misplay there. Wasting the Miracle to defend when I had Cloak Clasp already. Probably forgore a momentary lapse. We got there. Pretty good fight. Mummified Hand is here. Whenever we play any power, we will randomly set one card in our hand to 0 cost for that turn. And find the Nest event, take the gold. No need to add the Dagger to our deck. And we'll find a card move event. Very, very good on the Watcher, of course. And so now all you need is one reliable, non-exhausting, 1-cost column entry, and we are infinite. Definitely wasn't like trying super hard to go infinite here. It just happened so easily as the Watcher. And this deck was particularly cool, I think. Sands of Time was cooking, and Pocket Watch was very fun as well, of course. So, happy to share this one as well. And it was so fast, also. And here I am deciding between keeping up Pocket Watch or not. I decided to keep it up. And here we are, actually taking 43. But we are in Wrath, which we won't be later. So, a lot of options here. Yet again, I could just Flex Pot and kill this Gremlin Leader Deja Vu. But I realize that I can probably Wallop, defend Tranquility, get out. Or do that instead, yeah. And then Cloak Clasp heals for quite a lot. But this time defend is correct, actually. Cloak Clasp wasn't quite getting there. Could have not done that to keep a pocket watch and take like 2 or whatever, but decided wouldn't need to because it wouldn't be attacking me this turn always, and then get there. And then I'll always have lethal next turn because Sands of Time retains. Very nice. So a good fight again. Kind of cruising right now. Find a Tori. Spoiler, that Tori literally blocks for no damage this whole run. And only 3 cards to upgrade. Rushdown, of course, gets upgraded. No eggs. 3 upgrades available. Pretty wild. And this collector fight was actually very sus and probably the craziest collector fight I've seen myself, or played myself. I've never seen collector resummon the minions so many times as in this fight. This can actually stay in Wrath. I don't do it. Oh, I see. I probably do it then. Strike that one, Tantrum the other one, then Cloak Class full blocks. And again, already summoning, so a little bit sus here. So keep up the Pocket Watch. Could have gone into Calm there, probably would have made sense. But I was trying to push some damage there. So now as we're getting debuffed, very sad. Probably... Yep, gotta kill that. And it's resummoning again. But like 2 is already unusual, I would say. Now it's buffing. Keep up Pocket Watch. And resummoning again. So yeah, this is where I was getting to the point where like, oh my god, this is... Like, I wasn't mad or anything, but I was like, what is happening, you know? That's wild. And taking a lot here. Very scary. We have outs. Like, I didn't want to use Duplication Potion on this fight. I don't think I like need to at the time, but you know, it was getting a little bit sus. Just got a Vigilance and leave it at 2 health probably, unfortunately. And this is the downside of not having a 1-cost Calm entry also. I mean, aside from the infinite thing, it's just good because it's good. That's the really disgusting thing about Watchers. Like, the cards are good and then they just also happen to go infinite like at the drop of a hat. Shit's crazy. This time I do go into a Calm and keep up Pocket Watch, and again it's resummoning. Is this the 5th time? Or 4th time? But yeah, I've never seen it resummon so many times. So at this point I'm like, okay, I have to just go and kill it like in 2 turns. It's getting to that point. And yeah, if I draw the... Now I've no longer debuffed, so I'm actually doing damage. So yeah, if I draw the Sands next turn, then I just win. And then if I don't, I can use a potion. And I'd find it, so got there. But what a weird fight. Can't say I've seen Collector resummon more than twice ever, and that was like 4 times, I think. And find our Scrawl. Scrawl, of course, absolutely insane. And I'm counting my real cards here. I happen to know I have 10 real cards, so I am infinite. If I find the 1-cost commentary. Actually, I need to remove 1 more card then, because I'd be adding an 11th card. And Sozu is there. I already have 4 really good potions, but decide I don't even need to like limit myself in that way. Just take the collar instead. Totally fine. And looking for shops and elites. Only 2 elite paths, sadly. But a lot of shops, so totally fine with that. And no Spiker here, very happy about that. Fuck that guy. Get the full block here. Strike that one, damage the other one, it's dead. Pretty good fight. Trash cards next. Take the 50 gold, not interested in adding a curse. And then, sadly, this question mark is a fight. So at this point, I was definitely considering, there are other ways to win, even if you don't find the commentary and you're trying to force the infinite thing a little bit. You don't have to force the infinite. I'm obviously winning without going infinite at this point, so it's not like I needed to or anything, but I just, why not? If you're trying to win and you're close to being infinite already, just try to make it happen a little bit more. And so I was trying to find like Madness, which could hit Vigilance and then you're infinite that way, for example. And here I find Abacus. When you have a small deck anyway, Pocket Watch drawing you a lot of cards, you're reshuffling often. Abacus is just good block anyway. And Abacus, if you are going infinite, is a block solution against the heart. Every time you reshuffle, it gains you 6 block. Definitely one of the more powerful relics on the Watcher when you have a very small deck. Basically fulfills the same role as a Mental Fortress, so if you already have one copy of Mental Fortress, no need to take it really. But a nice option if you can't find one. And we got this fight. Could be a little bit spooky, but we have so much damage that I'm not worried. And here I can go Vigilance, Miracle, Wallop, and full block, which is nice. And huge draw, of course, from the Pocket Watch. Pocket Watch is so good. Oh my god. Tantrum exactly kills that. Also Wallop does. Beautiful. And then next turn, I just need one more damage card plus the Sands. And Tantrum, of course, is in my draw pile, because that's what it does. Find a Thread and Needle. At the end of my turn, I gain 4 block. Been a while since I picked up a Relic, interestingly. I feel like I commented on Tori so long ago. But it's probably been like 5 minutes. And Giant Head is here. Could be a little bit sus, actually. We're not at going infinite yet, so it has quite a lot of health to get through. This Giant Head is not in peril. And we're weakened, so a little bit awkward to try to like do the big thing here. We definitely have a potential to go kind of really big for one turn with our Scrawl and Tranquility, basically getting like a free Tranquility netting us energy, whereas going Vigilance and then a Wrath entry is losing us 1 energy. And yeah, definitely looking for 1-cost commentaries desperately right now. They're just good. Even if we had too many cards to go infinite, it would still just be good. And 80 damage? That can't be right. Now we're not weakened anymore, we're getting hit, definitely looking to pick up the pace here a little bit. And eventually the Sands will cause 0. All hits for a lot here, so I'd probably decide to stay in Wrath. A little bit questionable, but I would have just been like Wallop Vigilance if I wasn't doing that, and then that's like not a lot of damage, so I think it's fair enough. But this turn, not so great. Can't really play a Wrath card because I can't get out. I'm taking like 60 then. But this is fine. Keep a Pocket Watch, block for as much as I can, take 11, and then hopefully get there this turn. That'd be nice. Sands cause 0. Should play the Sands. Like at this point. Like Sands, then Vigilance Tantrum, draw the Sands again, play the Sands. But I have so much damage it doesn't even matter. Just play last. Find a Meal Ticket, also pretty much useless here. Not taking enough damage for that to matter. I already have Meat on the Bone and Blood Vial. So, and fairy in a bottle. Just don't need that at all. 25 minutes, by the way. Fast. And so here I have 2 charges of wing boots still, so I know it doesn't really matter where I'm going, because I'm always taking those 2 shops ahead of me. So I see I can just go here immediately, and then take the shop after. And then jump over to the shop immediately after that. And I happen to know that meal ticket heals me for a total of 9 damage, conveniently healing me to full health here, so presumably I take 0 damage from this fight as well. And just save Tranquility or play it, it doesn't really make any difference. Costs 0, of course. And kill the minions. A very awkward 24 damage against the 25 health minions. And I even full block. God, that's crazy. 68, and I full block. Watcher moment. So I know Vigilance is in there, so I can scry them both away. Keep up Pocket Watch. And now it's not hitting us, we can go crazy. We are weakened, sadly. That's okay. And we are so ready. Duplication pot, Fairy in a Bottle, double flex pot. Any encounter that's genuinely threatening to us will die so fast. And it's dead. I find old coin and a 1-cost commentary in 1 floor. Holy moly. And 77 gold in that chest, and a gremlin horn. So quickly gonna talk about this. Find a med kit, which lets me exhaust status cards in my hand. Good against the heart, good against Nemesis. Basically prevents statuses from breaking up your infinite if you're doing that, which we definitely are now. I just found the 1-cost commentary and a card remove. And that's pretty much it for this shop. Gonna go to the next shop. And then here we find a Calipers, allowing us to retain all but 15 block from our previous turns. Very good with our Abacus, generating basically infinite block. And then I bought another Rushdown, which is on sale. Very good. And then, just to speak about my relics from earlier a bit, Ancient Tea Set kind of sucks. Just gives me 2 energy on my first turn of the next fight, only after going to a campfire, which we really don't need the energy anyway, and that's so unimpactful, basically. And Gremlin Horn, whenever we kill an enemy, we gain 1 energy and draw 1 card. Very nice relic against multi-enemy fights. And then the old coin, of course, just gaining 300 gold on pickup is excellent to find right before those 2 shops. Can't complain about that at all. And here we are going infinite against the Maw for the first time. So of course we have our whole deck in our hand. Rushdown in play, play a 1-cost calm entry, play a 1-cost wrath entry, gain 2 energy from leaving calm, rinse and repeat. And despite going infinite, this run does not last longer than 30-something minutes, so just hang in there. And here I could take 10 and it wouldn't even matter, but I decided I don't even need these cards, so just don't take damage. And I still find the 1 card I actually want, which is a Master of Strategy. Pretty wild. And once again, Vigilance Miracle Wallop. Full blocks. And keeps up Pocket Watch. Very cool. And so yeah, we have the perfect deck now pretty much. Sometimes we have to chill on turn 1, but then we can Vigilance on turn 1. And then Pocket Watch basically draws our entire deck. And then we can always draw a Scrawl, and or Master of Strategy, and or our Rushdowns, and then just draw our whole deck and go infinite. So we are always infinite by turn 2 now. At the latest. It does require us to be getting attacked, though, since Fear No Evil says if the enemy intends to attack, enter Calm. But the good thing about that is if you are not getting attacked, then going infinite is not a pressing matter. So then you can simply wait. That's fine. And here we are against Time Eater. How can this infinite deck possibly defeat the Time Eater, who will end our turn after playing 12 cards? Stay tuned. So we get debuffed on turn 1, it's actually a bit sad. And messing up a bit here, I didn't draw my entire deck there. Could have played Miracle Tranquility. So, currently do not have my whole deck in my hand. Only all except the 2 cards. And so a little bit awkward here, but still fine. I have Thread and Needle and Cloak Clasp. So even with the foolish play there, can't possibly take damage with this deck. Too strong. And then with 2 copies of Rushdown, it becomes very easy to actually fill your hand again. If you only have 1 Rushdown, then you'll play the Calm card and then a Wrath card, and then inevitably you will draw other cards that kind of get in the way. But with 4 cards each time you enter Wrath, you can afford to draw 2 blanks. And then, yeah, it just gets out of control so quickly. So the Abacus, of course, gaining us free block while we're doing our thing. So even though we can't truly go infinite here, it's good enough. And so 5 cards into this turn, I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of this fight right now. And I play my my Flex Potion. And yep, it turns out that Watcher does so much damage with Tantrum and Strength that I can still just get out on that turn. So goodbye Time Eater. Didn't need to do that, but I wanted it to end faster. Could have played Tantrum and then gone into Calm, just to keep the Tantrum around. But doesn't matter at all. Gonna be drawing my whole deck here. And then I can get rid of the Dazes to go infinite. Very nice. So make sure I exhaust all the cards that can exhaust before trying to draw my whole deck, of course. And then now this Tantrum's gonna draw me 4 cards. And here we go. So that is a proper turn to go infinite there. And of course wouldn't be able to do this without the medkit. Could have just done it next turn, of course, when we didn't have Dazes in our deck anymore. But it's nice to just have that option, of course. And I am splitting the damage here. Fear No Evil on the one that's attacking me, so I actually go into Calm, and then Tantrum on the other one. That way, by the time the one that's giving me the Calm entry dies, the other one will be low enough health that I can just kill it with my other cards. That worked out. And those were the Act 3 bosses. Yikes. Certified Watcher moment. At 33 minutes, we enter Act 4. Some good upgrades here. Upgrade Scrawl over Rushdown. They both would have been fine. Go into a shop. Unfortunately, can't afford card move. We do have a potion slot open, though, and there is a stance potion here. Basically, worst case scenario, if we draw like 5 status cards against the heart on turn 2, even then, if we're in Calm at the end of our turn, then we can simply just use the potion and then draw 4 and then start infiniting again. And then here, Pocket Watch is going to be excellent to make sure we draw good cards here, even though we have burns on the top. And also Medkit getting rid of the burns, so we can go infinite. And they're both very kindly attacking me, so I don't have to think about the Fear No Evil thing at all. And then making sure I figure out which number to press for my infinite combo here. So quickly gonna get rid of these guys, take no damage, and head on to the real final boss. We're doing so much math. Look at this Abacus go. Damaru is completely useless. Fascinatingly, we are hitting the second row of relics here without Black Star. Pretty unusual. Just bought a lot of relics, and Matryoshka contributed to that as well. Down 2 relics in 2 different chests. Once again, our turn 1's not looking great. Could have forced it a bit with the eruption here, but I decided, why even bother? Simply pass. Keep a pocket watch. We'll likely draw Scrawl or Master Strategy. So a duplication potion finally for a Rushdown. Now we have 3 copies of Rushdown in play. And then get rid of all the statuses, of course. And we're infinite. So, Lawless Heart Fight. And we still have Fairy in a Bottle. I mean, this was just full cruise. Too easy. And there's a little weird interaction where, like, because my hand is full, it doesn't attempt to draw more cards. Like, you noticed in the last fight, Abacus was blocking for 12 whenever I reshuffled because I was trying to draw so many cards. But when your hand is full already, it won't continue to try to draw cards, and then it won't proc the Abacus multiple times. But now you see it's doing it twice. I'm actually getting much more block than I was last turn. Bit of a weird interaction, for sure. I used the flex pot yet again just to do more damage. Get the weakened turn over with quicker. Yeah, last turn I ended a bit prematurely. I thought I was getting more block than I was, but then still exactly full blocked with Cloak Clasp plus Thread Needle. And I think I was right about Needle on the Bone healing me for 0. I'm not sure I've ever had a run where it healed me for 0 before. Usually it at least gets in there once, you know? But this was just too easy. And yeah, here I'm can't go infinite. I could have just passed like right away, but decided to do a little bit of damage. Didn't even need calipers. Calipers didn't do anything really. But I had 300 gold to spare, so why not? And we're just about there. Finish it with a Strike Plus. And 38 minutes, very quick for a Slay the Spire run for me anyway. And those are great numbers for Pocket Watch. Cloak Clasp gaining me 330 block, it's pretty good. Oh, it did heal me for 12, I was wrong. Sorry, Meal on the Bone. And Tori does indeed block for 0. Pretty funny. And that's 26 block a turn from Abacus. That's pretty good numbers, not gonna lie. So yeah, definitely some decent relics there. Some were really, really good, and some were pretty much useless, but that's always the case. But Pocket Watch, of course, hard carrying the early part of that run and made for a very smooth Watcher run. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.